Hello everyone, I am Dr. Milind Meshram, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemistry, KTHM College, Nashik. In this semester, I am going to teach the paper CH302, Inorganic and Organic Chemistry. CBCS, that is Choice Based Credit System 2019 pattern SYBSc Chemistry, that is implemented by Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune, from the academic year 2020 to 21. The course CS302 Inorganic and Organic Chemistry is having 2 credits and 36 lectures. Basically, this course is comprises of 5 chapters. First two chapters are related to inorganic chemistry, that is molecular orbital theory of covalent bonding, and second, introduction to coordination chemistry. And rest of the 3 chapters, that is aromatic hydrocarbons, alkyl and aryl halides, alcohol, phenol, and ethers, are related to organic chemistry. So in this course, I am going to teach you the organic chemistry portion. So before going to start our lecture, I would like to give a brief outline for our syllabus. So chapter 3, that is aromatic hydrocarbons, we will see the introduction and IPAC nomenclature. Then we will see the preparation of benzene from phenol by decarboxylation, and we will see from the acetylene from benzene sulfonic acid. Then we will see the various reactions, for example electrophilic substitutions, in which we will see the nitration, halogenation and sulfonation. We will also see the alkylation and acylation, that is Friedel-Crafts reactions up to 4 carbons on benzene. And finally, we will see the side chain oxidation of alkyl benzenes, that is up to 4 carbons on benzene. In chapter 4, that is alkyl and aryl halides, first of all we will see alkyl halides, that is up to 5 carbons, introduction, IPAC nomenclature. Then we will see the types of nucleophilic substitution reaction, that is SN1, SN2 and SNI reactions. Later we will see the preparation of alkyl halides from alkene and alcohols. Okay. So later on we will see the reactions, hydrolysis, nitrate and nitro formation, nitrile and isonitrile formation. We will see the Williamson ether synthesis, and we will see the elimination versus substitution reactions. Similarly, aryl halides, we will see the introduction, IPAC nomenclature, preparation, basically for the chloro, bromo and iodobenzene from phenols. We will see the Sadmer and Gattermann reactions. We will also discuss the reactions, particularly chlorobenzene, aromatic nucleophilic substitutions, replacement by OH group, and effect of nitro substituent. We will also discuss the benzene mechanism involving potassium amide in liquid ammonia or sodium amide in liquid ammonia, reactivity and relative strength of the C halogen bond in alkyl, allyl, benzyl, phenyl and aryl halides. In the last chapter, alcohol, phenol and ethers, we will discuss the introduction and IPAC nomenclature for the alcohols. Then we will discuss the preparation of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols using Grignard reagent, ester hydrolysis, reduction of aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids and esters. We will discuss the reaction of alcohols with sodium, HX, that is Lucas test, esterification, oxidation with PCC, alcoholic camenophore, acidic dichromate, concentrated nitric acid. We will see the Oppenauer oxidation, dial up to the 6 carbon, oxidation of diols, pinacol rearrangement. We will discuss the phenol, where we will see the introduction and IPAC nomenclature. Then we will discuss the preparation, cumene hydroperoxide method, and we will see the preparation from diazonium salt as well. We will discuss the reactions, electrophilic substitution, that is nitration, halogenation, and sulfonation. We will also discuss the Riemann-Tiemann reaction, Gattermann-Koch reaction, Coben-Hodge condensation, Cotton-Baumann reactions. Alright. So finally we will discuss the ether, in which we will see the cleavage of ethers with HI. So this is all about the syllabus. So let's start with the lecture 1. So chapter 1, aromatic hydrocarbons. So let's start with the introduction. In introduction, we are going to discuss the aromatic characters, structure of benzene, stability of benzene, representation of the benzene ring, and finally IPAC nomenclature of benzene derivatives. So let's start with the aromatic character. So aromatic compounds are of broadly two types: monocyclic compounds and polycyclic compounds. So what do you mean by monocyclic compounds? The cyclic compounds which is having the one ring and that is made up of the atom, similar atom, that is carbon atom, and follows the Huckel's rules of aromaticity, that is 4m plus 2 pi electron rule. So it is known as the monocyclic aromatic compounds. One of the best example is benzene. So polycyclic compounds, the cyclic compound which is having two or more rings and that is formed by the atom, that is carbon atom, and also follows the Huckel's rule of the aromaticity, that is 4m plus 2 pi electron rule. That is known as polycyclic aromatic compounds. The best examples are naphthalene, anthracene, and phenanthrene. So these aromatic hydrocarbons, means aromatic compounds, have the high degree of unsaturated in its system. Okay. Although the high degree of unsaturation in this aromatic system, it doesn't undergo addition reactions. Rather, it undergoes electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction and nucleophilic substitution reaction as well. So electrophilic aromatic substitution reactions are halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, and alkylation and acylation, that is Friedel-Crafts reactions. And these aromatic hydrocarbons, means these aromatic compounds, are highly stable compounds because they have low heat of hydrogenation and low heat of combustion. So what do you mean by low? What do you mean by low heat of hydrogenation? The heat of hydrogenation is nothing but the amount of heat evolved when 1 mole of unsaturated compound is hydrogenated, and heat of combustion is nothing but the amount of heat evolved when 1 mole of aromatic compound is burned to give carbon dioxide and water molecule. So these aromatic compounds are highly stable because they have low heat of hydrogenation and low heat of combustion. For example, this, if you consider benzene, so it has the low heat of hydrogenation and low heat of combustion, than that of the expected. So hypothetical structure for benzene is 1,3,5-hexatriene. So it has a more heat of hydrogenation and more heat of combustion than the benzene. And these aromatic compounds are planar compounds. Basically, they have 5, 6, and 7 membered cyclic rings. And they have conjugated double bonds and obeys the Huckel's rules of aromaticity. So let's move to the Huckel rule of aromaticity. The Huckel rule of aromaticity, that is the 4n plus 2 pi electron rule. System which is having fully conjugated cyclic and planar, which obeys the 4n plus 2 pi electron rule. All planar and cyclic aromatic compounds must contain 4n plus 2 pi electrons, where n is an integer. N is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. These aromatic compounds having 2, 6, 10, 14 and 18 of pi electrons with conjugated double bonds and effective delocalization in it. So best example is the benzene. So you can see here, benzene is a cyclic planar which obeys the 4m plus 2 pi electron rule. It is having the 6 pi electrons, that is n is equal to 1. The other example is naphthalene. This system is also planar, cyclic, and which is having the conjugated double bonds. That means it has the effective delocalization in it. It is having 10 pi electrons. So if you consider n is equal to 3, so best examples are anthracene and phenanthrene. Anthracene is having 14 pi electrons and phenanthrene having 14 pi electrons as well. So these are the homocyclic aromatic compounds. There are many heterocyclic aromatic compounds. Alright. So this is all about the aromatic character of the aromatic compound. So in the next lecture, we will see the structure of benzene. Thank you.